obedient. That's something else too, Bob, if it's okay. I don't mean to ramble, but I find that as I've gone through a lot of ups and downs in my life, that the most important thing, no matter what, is to be obedient. Obedience is better than sacrifice. We could say we sacrificed this and we donated to this ministry and we worked hard at this church and stuff. No. Were you obedient? When God asked you to do something, were you obedient? I remember specifically, and this was an exception, not the rule. I remember I was in a Kiss session. The song was called I Confess or something. I think it's on Vinyl Confessions. But I was working up this song, and I'm going to try not to get weepy about this because it was really heavy on my heart. But so we're in this Kiss session. If you guys know Gene, he's a card. He's, people say, this sounds, kids in Satan service. The guy's a businessman. I mean, whatever. Anyway, and so I remember being in the session, and Eric Carr was the drummer. And I think Carr is singer, Carr, whatever one died of cancer. Sorry, it was a spoiler alert for what I'm about to say. I didn't know he was sick. And Gene, in Kiss fashion, Bob Ezrin, the guy that produced Pink Floyd, The Wall was there, Paul Stanley was there, LeBand was there. This was at Mates, I think, either SI or Mates in LA. And Gene had asked me to write a song that was really drum intensive, and he said he wanted to be like Led Zeppelin. So I wrote something that was kind of like Out on the Tiles. It's like really intense. I was really good at programming because I was doing music for film and television at the time. Anyway, so I bring the song in. Gene can't even play it. He has me play his bass. And I guess he didn't know it, but I don't think he can play it either. Anyway, sorry, Gene. You can get pissed at me if you want. Anyway, he's probably laughing because he knows that's true. But so in the session, he asked me point blank what I thought of the drums as the band was learning the song. And I turned to him and Bob Ezrin and I said, well, can we talk about this like after or outside or something? He goes, no, we should deal with it right here, right now. And I go, well, the drummer can't cut the song. What do you want me to say? I mean, he's not rising to what I did. And they all said, yeah, we were kind of thinking the same thing, and blah, 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 blah. And they all leave the room. I didn't know I was going to be the henchman for what they were already thinking about, trying to figure out a way to get him out of the band because he had like stage 3 cancer. So I didn't know this at all. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, him and me alone now. Everyone's left. It's just him. He's behind his drum kit and he's, looking down. And I felt like the Lord said, witness to him. And I'm like, I think I just got him fired and I'm going to witness to this guy? No, that ain't going to happen. And I felt him like, witness to him. And I was trembling and I'm like, this is a Kiss session. What do you mean? Like, whatever. And normally I have no problem with that. Like I am so all about that. It was just, I got caught off guard in an awkward moment and I didn't witness to him. It's like one of the only times I can remember not doing that. And come to find out, like, I think he died like 6 months later. And I was living with one of the most god-awful, like I said, I'll get weepy just thinking about it. I was living with a lot of guilt. About 3 years later, another drummer friend of mine calls and said, hey, man, did you hear what happened with Eric? I said, yeah, I know what happened with Eric. Just leave me alone. We're good. No, you didn't hear. I said, oh, hear what? He goes, yeah, Candy Striper, I guess, went in the room like just a few hours before he died and got him to say the sinner's prayer. And I'm like, what? Yeah, no kidding. He accepted the Lord before he died. Now, the Lord, in his mercy and his grace, could have let me live with that awful guilt, but he was so sweet and so kind to me to have someone else. It was years later. I lived with it for a while, to come to me and share with me what happened. And are we still live? I went to a picture of me. Anyway, and so ever since then, I just decided no matter what, be obedient when God calls. So just yesterday, an example of this, just yesterday, I play a lot of pickleball. I'm here in Oaxaca, Mexico. And if we get time, I'll tell you why I'm here. But